Spring is just around the corner, and you know what that means. It is time to step up our shoe game. And this season there are some seriously fun and unexpected shoe trends heading our way, and that's what I'm talking about today. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome to my channel. Now, spring may have sprung according to our calendars, but I know that a lot of you are still feeling very chilly where you are right now, especially our friends that are up in Canada. But spring is really just around the corner in terms of that weather warming up a bit. So I thought it was high time that I shared some of the key spring shoe trends that are going to be everywhere, and also these particular trends are super wearable, really practical, and a lot of them are quite timeless as well. So if you're anything like me and you want your shoes to last well over one season, then you're going to love this episode. And this video is sponsored by Squarespace, my favorite website builder and host, but I'll tell you more about them and share a fab discount with you shortly. Now, the first trend that I am a huge fan of is block-heeled sandals. Now, you know the type. I'm going to show you my all-time favorite pair that I have just found online. And actually, I should mention too that all of the shoes that I'm talking about in today's episode are available to buy now. As always, I'll link everything in the description box below, but these are key styles that have already launched. There will be some other styles for spring that will sort of trickle down in the next coming couple of weeks, but these are the key styles that are pretty much everywhere in the stores that you can find now. I wanted to create a video that was really relevant to right now. So these beautiful block heels may be on trend, but in my opinion, they're actually a really good timeless option. And for that reason, I think they're a really good investment. I've got a pair of block-heeled sandals that I've actually owned for years and years, and they're the type of shoe that I can bring out and wear to all sorts of different occasions. And certainly if you like a little bit of a heel, but you don't like having sore feet and feeling uncomfortable, a good solid block heel is definitely the way to go. Now, this next one is going to be interesting because I know Birkenstocks divide you, but what I have seen for this spring is almost a Birkenstock Arizona hybrid. Now, I will show you the classic Birkenstock Arizona on the screen here so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But there are a lot of similar versions of this particular type of flat sandal, but they're almost a little bit more, could I say, perhaps fashion forward. And I know that a lot of you will be saying, no, hang on, Birkenstocks are super fashion forward and very cool and very minimalistic, but I know that a lot of you don't really like that particular look of sandal. I think the pretty detailing on some of these sandals just give them a little bit of something extra, and there's lots of interesting colors and also buckle detailing. Some of them have lovely gold buckles, some of them have double buckles. So if you're looking for a sandal that is very comfortable, it is going to work back with everything you own, then this is a really good option. Okay, last spring, summer, we saw mesh ballet flats, and I know that you guys were divided on this shoe trend. I dipped my toe into it and absolutely loved it. I love the fact that I could wear a shoe that was kind of covered but not, and it kept my feet cool. And there are still the mesh styles that we saw last year, so if you, like me, jumped on board that trend, then still wear them. They are going to look very fashion forward still this season. But a lot of these mesh ballet flats have had a little bit of an upgrade, so you can see some interesting details being added to them, like double straps and cute little buckles and some studs and even some leather woven type styles. And again, I think these are a great option for comfort, and also your feet can breathe in them. So they are a good option for spring, summer. But let me know in the comments below, are you a fan of these sheer mesh style ballet flats or not? I suspect that this is a trend that will definitely divide you. And at this point, I'm just going to take a brief moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Squarespace. If you haven't heard of Squarespace before, they're an online website builder and host. I've used them for many years to host my website and others. Squarespace also recently introduced a cool new AI feature called Design Intelligence. Now, this new feature makes it even easier for anyone to build a stunning personalized website that does everything you need it to do, including creating an online store to sell physical or digital products. And it also helps create and sell online courses. And the great news is you don't need any special tech skills. If I can do it, you can do it. And I'm really delighted to say that the team at Squarespace are offering you a discount today to save on your first website or domain. Now, if you are thinking about creating your own website, or if you have products to sell, or you are contemplating creating an online course, then what I suggest you do is whip on over to squarespace.com, take advantage of their free trial, and then when you're ready to push play, simply use my unique URL, which is linked below, but it is squarespace.com/The Style Insider, and my code, which is simply The Style Insider, and that will give you 10% off your first website or domain. It's a really good offer, and don't miss out on it. It's definitely worth taking advantage of. One of the other shoe trends that I really love this season, and it definitely started last year, is the addition of little metal rings and almost cute little metallic brooches added onto strappy sandals and slides, just to sort of elevate them and make them look a little bit luxe. I especially like the sandals that have little metallic toe rings for your big toe to go through. They're a really simple, minimalistic style sandal, but yeah, it's just that metallic detailing that's giving them a little bit of interest. Again, this is a style of sandal that's very easy to wear and pair back with anything that you own. But if you are looking for something that's just a little bit elevated and it's got a little bit of a luxe look and feel to it, then definitely take a look at some of these with cute little metallic details. Now, next up is fancy flip-flops. Now, here in New Zealand, we call flip-flops jandals. Strange, I know. And in Australia, we call them thongs. Possibly even stranger for some of you to hear that. But I'm talking about flip-flops today because I think that's a universal term that most of us will understand. But flip-flops are definitely having a moment, and I'm really here for it. I love the minimalistic styling. They're always going to give you that comfort, but there are some interesting details added to them this season that just give them a little bit of extra edge. Some are flat, some are more of a platform, some come with a bit of a wedge heel, some with a kitten heel, but all of them are a very easy summer sandal to wear. The only slight downside with this particular style of sandal is that you do need your pedicure up to date or your toenails looking kind of acceptable, because they are on complete show in a flip-flop. But otherwise, I do think that this is a really lovely style. And what I have seen too that I really like, and it's worth mentioning, is that they actually look great worn back with sort of suiting and pants as well. So that really lovely high-low sort of juxtaposition of styling is something that works really well for this look too. And another sandal in almost a similar vein is the sort of caged or fisherman style sandals. Now, we did see them last summer, but what seems to have happened this year is that they've become a little bit more slim line, and they're a little bit more finer in the detailing. Last year, they seemed to be quite chunky, very sort of fisherman-y style. They almost seem to be a little bit pared back this season, which I do think makes them perhaps a little bit more wearable and a little bit easier to style. I'd also class these as a timeless sandal. So if you do want to invest in a shoe that you know you will get that cost per wear from a fisherman style cage sandal, will definitely deliver on that. If you do like to just slip your feet into a classic mule, there are loads of mules on offer. I love this gold pair that had a kind of a knot detailing. So if, like me, you like a shoe that you can just slip on and go, then definitely take a look at some of these mules. And that leads in really nicely to the next shoe trend for spring, and there are a lot of chocolate browns on offer. So really lovely neutral tans and browns, and I always feel that a black shoe in spring and summer can just be a little bit too heavy and harsh and almost kill a vibrant spring colorful outfit. But if you pair anything back with more of a tan or a chocolatey brown, then you've got a shoe that just kind of works. And when it comes to styles, there's also anything going from beautiful loafers, and in particular the loafers this season seem to be a little bit finer and a little bit more delicate than the chunky styles that we saw last season. I think this particular trend of neutrals is being driven by the fact that suede is having a huge comeback this year as well, and so there's lots of lovely tan suedes on offer in all sorts of different styles. There's also lots of clogs, and I often don't mention clogs because they definitely tend to divide people, but if you're a fan of clogs, there's plenty of beautiful clogs around with studded detail. But if you are looking for a versatile pair of shoes, there are plenty of options in these beautiful brown hues. One of the other styles that I absolutely love is the pointed toe dainty slingbacks. Now, I think these are a great option if you are looking for more of a feminine shoe to pair back with pants or with a dress or skirt. I bought a pair from Zara a couple of seasons ago, and they are such a timeless option. Now, I'm not someone that wears heels often, but I do find if I'm after a dainty heel, this is what I would go for. The pointy toe is also great to wear back with more sort of wide leg trousers and pants, and also wide leg jeans. I think what happens is if you wear a shoe that's a little bit chunky with any of these wider leg pants, it does create a bit of a bottom heavy look. But pairing these wide legs back with more of a feminine style, which is what these slingbacks are, it just creates a really lovely balance to the outfit. And last but not least, I had to include a sneaker in here, and platform sneakers seem to be having a bit of a comeback as well. Now, again, there's the comfort option, and certainly you are going to get a little bit of height with some platform sneakers. I've got a few pairs of platform sneakers that I tend to wear in basketball circles because my son plays basketball. And even though I'm 5'10" and a half, I don't like to feel small in those circles. So I do have a couple of pairs of platform sneakers that I pull out and wear and enjoy if I'm feeling like I want to be a little bit taller. But they're comfortable, they fit the bill for me, and they do just give that little bit of extra height if needed. And I have noticed this season there are some that are kind of color blocked and some that have some animal print detail, which is another key footwear trend this season. So platform sneakers are definitely having a moment. And if you love shoes as much as I do, then click or tap on the screen here and take a look at some of the key sneaker trends for this year. I'm sure you're going to love them. Click or tap here and I'll see you there.